These details about the crash of Indonesia's Sriwijaya Air Flight 182 will shock you. Every day on the news channels and social media platforms, we hear about many plane crashes, which is quite terrible. It's unfortunate that the passengers depart from their location, but when they do not arrive at their destination, what would be the condition of the families of those passengers on the plane? Today, we'll discuss a plane accident where the jet took off on time, crashed not long after, and neither the pilots could provide any information nor could they save their lives. The plane crashed so violently that its debris was completely scattered. After all, how did the jet crash? How did the entire thing happen? Well, in the next few minutes, we'll try to understand it all. Rescuers collected human parts, clothing, and metal scraps from the Java Sea a day after Sriwijaya Air Flight 182 lost touch with air traffic authorities after taking off from Jakarta. According to officials, the Boeing 737-500 with 62 people on board crashed shortly after takeoff from Jakarta. After sonar technology detected a signal from the aircraft, officials were hopeful that they were closing in on the wreckage of Sriwijaya Air Flight 182. After pinpointing the potential location of the crash site, Transportation Minister Budi Karya Sumadi informed reporters that officials have initiated huge search efforts. These fragments were discovered by the SAR team between Lengkeng Island and Laki Island, said Bagus Piruhito of the National Search and Rescue Agency in a statement. Adita Irawati, a spokesperson for the Indonesian Transportation Ministry, said the Boeing 737-500 took off from Jakarta at about 1:56 p.m. and lost touch with the control tower at 2:40 p.m. According to an airline statement, the plane was on a 90-minute journey from Jakarta to Pontianak, the capital of West Kalimantan province on Indonesia's Borneo Island. On board, there were 56 passengers and 6 crew members. According to local media, a fisherman noticed metal objects suspected to be plane pieces in the Thousand Islands, a group of islands north of Jakarta. A dozen vessels, including 4 warships, were deployed in a search and rescue operation centered between Lengkeng and Laki Islands, which are part of the Thousand Islands group just north of Jakarta. According to Bambang Sirio Aji, deputy head of operations and preparedness for the National Search and Rescue Agency, rescuers gathered plane debris and clothing found by fishermen. They turned over the artifacts to the National Transportation Safety Committee for additional examination to ascertain if they were from the missing plane. Solihin, a 22-year-old Lengkeng Island fisherman, said he and 2 other fishermen heard an explosion about 30 meters away. We assumed it was a bomb or a tsunami, since after that we observed a large splash from the ocean following the explosion. It was pouring down severely and the weather was terrible. As a result, it's difficult to see well around. However, we just see a splash and a large wave after the sounds. We were astonished to see jet debris and fuel all around our boat. Flight Radar 24 reported on Twitter that Flight SJ-182 fell almost 10,000 feet, an altitude in less than a minute, roughly 4 minutes after departure. The plane was declared airworthy by Sriwijaya Air President Director Jefferson Irwin Jawina. According to him, the plane had earlier flown to Pontianak and Pangkal Pinang on the same day. The maintenance report showed everything went well and that the plane was airworthy. He stated that the plane was delayed owing to inclement weather rather than any damage. It was raining when the plane took off from Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta International Airport for Pontianak, around 740 kilometers away. Chicago-based Boeing acknowledged the event on its Twitter feed. It stated that it was keeping a close eye on the situation and trying to obtain further information. The inquiry used a flight training simulator to simulate the crash using FDR and CVR data. On October 27, 2021, the first simulation attempt was held at the Las Vegas Flight Academy in Henderson, Nevada. During an asymmetric thrust incident, the simulator did not react in the same way as the accident flight. The simulation demonstrated that the pilots did not pay close attention to the thrust lever console. On December 7, 2021, the investigators conducted the simulation exercise at the NAM Training Center in Jakarta and successfully replicated the accident flight. So with that, we bid you all farewell. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos.